Hello everyone and welcome to our GAinful series. Today we'll be covering the news from 11th of March to 17th of March. Let's get started. PM Modi has inaugurated development project for which country? That includes 36 community clinics, 11 water treatment plant, etc. Which country is likely to release its own cryptocurrency called Sovereign SOV? The new visa agreement between Dash and India has come into force from March 11, 2019. That will allow businessmen and tourists to stay in India for 90 days without a visa. On March 11, DRDO successfully test-fired which weapon system, guided weapon rocket system from Pokhran range in Rajasthan. Mohammad Shataye has been made the new Prime Minister of which country? Let's look at the answers now. We are talking about the development project that PM inaugurated. It was there in Bangladesh. Marshall Islands, this is very old news. Now I think mostly it's getting formalized. Sovereign, the SOV is the name of the currency, which stands for sovereign. SOV digital currency looks to become the first decentralized national digital currency. Marshall Island capital Majuro, current is USD. The new visa agreement between Maldives and India has come into force. The agreement will provide a liberal visa policy for Maldivians seeking medical treatment as well as education and business opportunities in India. Defense Research and Development Organization DRDO successfully test-fired Pinaka guided weapon rocket system from Pokhran range in Rajasthan. Mohammad Shataye has been named Palestinian Prime Minister by the President of Palestinian Authority, Mahmoud Abbas. Here are your next 5. Kelly Catlin of US, who died at the age of 23, was associated with which sports? Sirsi Supari, that recently received geographical indication tag, is grown in which district of Karnataka? According to 2018 Trends in International Arms Transfer report of Stockholm International Peace Research Institute SIPRI, which country has now become the top importer of weapons 2014 to 2018. The students of which IIT have developed solutions to detect counterfeit currency. After the approval of National Company Law Tribunal, which company is likely to acquire SR Steel Limited? Let's look at the answers here. One of the America's finest and most remarkable cyclists, Kelly Catlin, has died at the age of 23. She helped a dominant US team to 3 consecutive world titles in the pursuit between 2016 and 18. She also won a silver medal in the team pursuit at 2016 Olympics. For the first time in Archinaut, this is the same betel nut that we know. Betel is actually pan, yeah. So the nut which is put in there is actually called Archinaut, but traditionally we call it Archinaut. That's Supari. That's Sirsi Supari, grown in Uttara Kannada, Karnataka, has received the geographical indication tag. It is cultivated in Yellapura, Siddhapura, and Sirsi taluks. Okay, India is no longer the world's largest importer of weapon, a position it held for over a decade, with Saudi Arabia topping the global share of arm imports between 2014 and 18. Is it a good news or bad? It's actually good because now we are, relying more on Make in India initiatives, and therefore this number has gone down. So that way it is good. Students from IIT Kharagpur have devised unique solution ranging from detecting counterfeit currency to nuclear radiation tracking through wearable sensor at recently concluded nationwide competition Smart India Hackathon 2019. Ahmedabad bench of National Company Law Tribunal has approved 42,000 crore resolution plan submitted by ArcelorMittal for the debt-ridden SR Steel, and most likely would take it. Okay, here are your next 5. Which IIT has collaborated with Tirtha to develop a device that can generate potable water from air? This year, how many personalities were selected for Padma Awards? Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has concluded his recent visit to which country? B.S. Mubarak has been appointed the next ambassador of India to which country? Manpreet Bhora has been appointed the ambassador of India to which country? Here are your answers. Indian Institute of Technology, Madras will collaborate with Tirtha, a sustainable technology company, to develop a device that can generate potable water from air called Nero. The optimized desiccant solar still device will produce 4 to 5 liter of potable water daily. We are talking about 112 personalities were selected for Padma Award. Okay, the Vice President of India, Shri M. Venkaiah Naidu, visited Republic of Paraguay and Republic of Costa Rica. This was the first high-level visit from India to both these countries. Okay, Paraguay capital Asuncion, Paraguayan Guarani, Costa Rican capital Tanjos, and the currency is Costa Rican colon. B.S. Mubarak, presently Ambassador of India to Republic of Guatemala, has been concurrently accredited as the next Ambassador of India to Republic of El Salvador. So B.S. Mubarak is going there and Manpreet Vora is going to Mexico. Let's move to the next. According to market research firm Tech ARC, latest India Digital Ad Fraud Market Report, India faced how many percent of total global ad fraud? Dash has announced to donate $31,800 to Ravindra Bharati Museum, Kolkata. Which bank has appointed Rakesh Makhija as its non-executive chairman for a term of 3 years? Recently, which bank has started Doorstep banking service for senior citizens over 70 years of age and differently abled customers? What is India's rank in gold reserve as per the latest report by World Gold Council? Here are your answers. At 1.63 billion, digital ad fraud in India hit 8.7% of the global total. Japanese government announced donation of some 22 lakh rupees at 31,800 to the Ravindra Bharati Museum, Kolkata. Private sector lender Axis Bank appointed Rakesh Makhija as its non-executive chairman for term 3 years. State Bank of India has launched Doorstep banking services for senior citizens over 70 years of age and differently abled customer. Eligible customer can avail this service at a nominal fee of 100 per transaction for financial and 60 for non-financial transactions. India, which is world's largest consumer of gold, has 11th largest gold reserve. US, of course, is highest and followed by Germany. Let's move to the next. Who among the following has been awarded the 14th Mahindra Excellence Theatre Award Meta Lifetime Achievement Award? Dash Medical Laboratory has come up with a range of combat casualty drugs that can extend the golden hour till the trooper is shifted to hospital. The World Wide Web completed its 30th year on March of which day? Vinod Kashyap, who has passed away at the age of 88, was a veteran which language news reader? According to the island-based Johnson Control Building Technology and Solution, how much percent of Indian buildings are green? Let's look at the answers. Eminent Indian playwright Mahesh L. Kunchwar has been awarded 14th Mahindra Excellence in Theatre Meta Lifetime Achievement Award. DRDO's medical laboratory has come up with a range of combat casualty drugs that can extend the golden hour till trooper is shifted to the hospital, the vital time just after the accident. The inventor of the World Wide Web, Sir Tim Berners-Lee, has published an open letter to mark the 30th anniversary of the day, March 12, 1989, when he submitted his original proposal for the information management system that went on to underpin the birth of online services. Veteran Hindi news reader Vinod Kashyap has passed away following a prolonged illness. She was 88. About 4% of buildings in India are green, but a lack of technical expertise to execute projects and funding to pay for improvements remain the biggest barrier to the investment, according to the new study. Let's move to the next 5. The WHO recently has released a global influenza strategy for 2019 to which year, aimed at protecting people in all countries from the threat of influenza. How much amount will Bank of Baroda bear under its creche child daycare facility for children of the employee initiative? Who among the following has been awarded Yaswantarao Chavan National Award 2018? Who has been awarded the prestigious Harry Hatry Distinguished Performance Management Practice Award for 2019? The Vasdan campaign that that place into the Guinness Book of World Record was organized where? Let's look at the answers here. We are talking about the influenza strategy 2019 to 30. This is very important. All those who are listening, ensure that you get the next influenza shot. I just read about Spanish flu. You will understand the severity, and when WHO is so concerned about it, they definitely have some inside information where they understand the next pandemic is going to be very severe. So please get your next influenza shot and read about Spanish flu first to convince yourself. Bank of Baroda has become one of the first public sector bank to launch a creche child daycare facility for children of its employee. This initiative is designed to help employees save time and reduce stress of finding the right care for children in the age group of 6 months to 6 years. BOB will bear 60% of the cost every month for each employee. The former RBI Governor Raghuram Rajan has been awarded Yaswantrao Chavan National Award 2018 for outstanding contribution to national democratic values and social and economic development of India. Professor Prajapati Trivedi, a senior director in the Commonwealth Secretariat in London, has been awarded prestigious Harry Hatry Distinguished Performance Management Practice Award for 2019. A campaign by a member of erstwhile royal family of Udaipur has received over 3 lakh items of clothing, creating a Guinness Book of World Record for the largest collection of clothes donation. Finally, these 3,29,000 pieces you received from 76,000 donors were distributed to the needy. A wonderful, wonderful initiative. Let's look at the next 5. Dash has teamed up with NASCOM Foundation to launch a Center of Excellence in Bengaluru for training differently abled persons. The UK Royal Mint unveiled a new commemorative 50p coin to honor late legendary scientist. We are talking about which scientist here? After the recent expansion of blacklist of tax haven, now EU has total how many countries in the list? Facebook launches new initiative called Facebook Hub for Home. According to the second Global Chemical Outlook, the current production capacity of 2.3 billion ton is projected to double by which year? Let's look at the answers here. Hinduja Global Solution has teamed up with NASCOM Foundation to launch Center of Excellence in Bengaluru for training differently abled person. UK Royal Mint, they have honored the legendary physicist Stephen Hawking is on the seminal work of black hole. So that's the 50p coin. European Union expanded its tax haven blacklist by 10 countries, adding United Arab Emirates and Bermuda despite the objection of powerful member of states such as Italy. The list now has 15 countries. The social media platform Facebook launched Facebook Hubs at an initiative to foster innovation and offer support to budding entrepreneurs. The second Global Chemical Outlook has said, the production capacity of 2.3 valued at 5,017,000,000 annually is projected to double by 2030. Let's look at the next 5. Who has been selected for the prestigious Kusumgaraj National Award for Literature? Zinedine Zidane has been reappointed as the coach of Spanish football club. Which club am I talking about? Till 2022. John Richardson, who died at the age of 95, was associated with which field? Who has been appointed as new chairman of Agriculture Scientific Recruitment Board? Where will the International Telecommunication Unit set up its first ever innovation center to incorporate technologies from South Asia? Let's look at the answers here. We're talking about film director and novelist Ved Rahi has been selected for prestigious Kusumgaraj National Award for Literature. Zinedine Zidane, we are talking about the football club Real Madrid. John Richardson, the British-born art historian and curator who devoted more than a quarter century to writing a monumental 4-volume biography of Pablo Picasso, died at the age of 95. Aditya Kumar Misra, a veterinary professor and former vice-chancellor of GB University of Agriculture and Technology, Pantnagar, has been appointed as the new chairman of Agriculture Scientific Recruitment Board. United Nations Telecom Body International Telecommunication Union plans to set up its first ever innovation center in India to incorporate technologies from South Asian countries and emerging economies and standard for technologies. With which tech company has Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs partnered to deploy Project Sangam? The Union Cabinet has approved general elections to the Lok Sabha 2019 under Section 14 of Representation of People Act, of which year? Al-Naga is joint military exercise between which two countries? Astrobatrachus couriceiana, a newly found species in Western Ghat, is what? Recently, who became the most philanthropic Indian? Here are your answers. Microsoft has partnered with Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs to launch the project Sangam. The Representation of People Act, it's of 1951. Al-Naga is the military exercise between India and Royal Army of Oman. The name of the species, Atrobatrachus couriceiana, is actually an orange-bellied frog. And Aziz Premji has become your the most philanthropic Indian now, after his contribution, 34% share in Wipro Limited, valued at around $7.5 billion. Let's move to the next 5. In order to triple the nuclear capacity by 2024, recently which country will establish 6 nuclear plants in India? President Ramnath Kovind conferred how many Kirti Chakras and 15 Shaurya Chakras to armed forces personnel? This year, World Kidney Day is observed on what day of March? Recently, DRDO successfully test-fired indigenously developed low-weight fire and forget, which missile basically we are talking about. In Indo-Bangladesh Joint Military Exercise Samprati 8 was held where? Let's look at the answer. The 6 nuclear power plant will come from US. Earlier, don't confuse, in October, India had also signed, pact to build nuclear powers, exactly 6 again with Russia as well. President Ramnath Kovind conferred 3 Kirti Chakras and 15 Shaurya Chakras to armed forces personnel for displaying conspicuous gallantry, indomitable courage, and extreme devotion to duty. World Kidney Day was observed on March 14, is generally observed on second Thursday in March. In a major boost to Army, Defense Research and Development Organization successfully test-fired indigenously developed low-weight fire and forget man-portable anti-tank guided missile, that's MPAD-GM, for the second time on March 14 in the ranges of Rajasthan desert. Exercise Sampriti 8 was held at Tangail, Bangladesh. Let's move to the next 5. Mate Mahadevi, who died at the age of 74, was pontiff of which community? Who is the winner of Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy 2019? Who features in the Young Global Leader list of World Economic Forum? The Indian Embassy where has awarded 200 Golden Jubilee Scholarship to meritorious students? And what is India's rank in a study published in PLOS Biology that states about human impact on species? Let's look at the answers here. We are talking about prominent Lingayat pontiff and Basava Dharma Peeth President Mata Mahadevi, died at 74. Karnataka defeated Maharashtra to win their maiden Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy 2019. Andhra Pradesh IT Minister Nara Lokesh, BJP MP Poonam Mahajan, Xiaomi India head Manu Kumar Jain, they were featuring in World Economic Forum. Apart from these 3, you also had Telangana's Government Chief Innovation Officer Fanendra Sama, Save Life Foundation Piyush Tiwari, Clydofin co-founder Suchitra Mukherjee were also in the list. So the list has 127 of the world's most promising social activists, business leader, public servant, artists and technologies under the age of 40. The Indian Embassy in Nepal awarded 200 Golden Jubilee Scholarship to meritorious Nepali students for continuing various undergraduate courses at college and universities. Finally, in the PLOS ranking there, India is ranked 16 with 35 species impacted on an average. Let's move to the next. Padmanabha Gopalan, founder of No Food Waste and winner of Commonwealth Youth Award for Asia region, belongs to which state? Supreme Court of India in its recent verdict has stated that those who have minimum of how many months of service left can be eligible for the post of Director General of Police. How much amount has India provided to Nepal as a grant for its support in the post-earthquake reconstruction project? Recently, with which university has Indian researchers collaborated to resolve several issues linked to air pollution in Delhi? Which is the safest city in the world according to 21st Annual Quality of Living Survey by Mercer? Let's look at the answers here now. Padmanabh Gopalan is from Tamil Nadu. Okay, so he is basically taking the food which people waste and then collecting it and giving it to the needy people. Wonderful initiative. Officers who have minimum of 6 months of service left before retirement would be eligible for empanelment by the UPSC for selection to the post of Director General of Police in the state as per Supreme Court. So Nepal has appreciated Government of India's grant. How much? That's 250 million US dollar grant for supporting reconstructions activities here. Expert from the University of Birmingham, England, and researcher from India announced a collaboration to jointly develop strategies to resolve health, social, and economic issues linked to air pollution in Delhi. Western Europe dominates Mercer's new safety ranking, with Luxembourg topping the list. So that's the safest. Chennai 105 is the Asia's safest city, while Karachi 226 is the least safe. Overall, Damascus, that's 231st last place. Bangui, Central African Republic, that's the second last. Australian capital Vienna was announced top most livable city in the world in the Mercer 21st Annual Quality of Living Survey. Okay, let's move to the next. Who was awarded the first prize of DD Mahila Kisan Award for 2018-19? Whereas President Ramnath Kovind inaugurated the Festival of Innovation and Entrepreneurship. Name the Boeing aircraft whose entire world fleet has been suspended from flight after recent crash of Ethiopian Airlines. India's trade deficit narrowed in the month of February this year to how many $billion? Which life insurance company has launched Wings program? Let's move to the answers. Swati Singade of Pune has backed that DD Mahila Kisan Award for 18-19. As many as 110 women farmers participated in the award, out of which 5 were selected for grand finale. President Ramnath Kovind inaugurated Festival of Innovation and Entrepreneurship as Gram Bharti near Gandhinagar in Gujarat. That's 737 MAX aircraft. Just remember this name. After failing twice in last 5 months, the latest was Ethiopian Airline, which crashed just after the takeoff, killed all 157 people on board. All the airlines throughout the world, whoever were running this 737 MAX Boeing aircraft, they grounded it finally when Boeing said they would like to ascertain what went wrong there. India's trade deficit narrowed in the month of February this year to $9.6 billion. According to the data released by Commerce Ministry, the country's export grew 2.44 year-on-year to $26.67 billion, while import declined 5.54% to $36.26 billion. Last year, corresponding same time, it was $12.3 billion in Feb 2018. Aviva Life Insurance has announced the launch of Wings, a specially designed mentorship program to empower female workforce. Vivekanand Reddy, who died at the age of 68, was leader of which party? India will host FIFA Under-17 Women World Cup in which year? Recently, which bank has announced to provide 25 billion USD over the next 5 years to help in the global fight against climate change? JP Duminy is the cricket player of which country? Which bank has started first of its kind service to withdraw cash from its ATM without using ATM cards? Let's look at the answers. YSR Congress Party leader and former Andhra Pradesh Minister Y.S. Vivekananda Reddy died following a cardiac arrest. He was 68. India is set to host FIFA Under-17 Women World Cup in 2020. FIFA headquarters is Zurich, Switzerland. President is Gianni Infantino. African Development Bank announced it would provide 2.5 trillion shilling, that's 25 billion USD, over the next 5 years to help in the global fight against climate change. African Development Bank headquarters in Abidjan, that's Ivory Coast. President is Akinwumi Adesina. South African all-rounder JP Duminy announces cricket retirement from One Day International after the conclusion of ICC Men's World Cup 2019. Yono SBI, India's first integrated omni-channel banking and lifestyle platform, launched Yono Cash for cardless withdrawal of cash at over 16,500 SBI ATM across the country. Recently, which business entity crossed market capitalization value of 6 trillion rupees? According to a survey of Inter-Parliamentary Union on Gender in Parliament, which country has highest percentage of female parliamentarians? Name the first transgender person to get a job in MP. Yonex All England Open Badminton Championship 2019 was held where? Recently, which IIT has collaborated with CDAC to acquire 1.3 petaflop high power computing facility and a data center under National Supercomputing Mission? Here are your answers. HDFC's, private bank HDFC's market capitalization has crossed 6 trillion mark now. Earlier we know Reliance Industry and TCS has already done that. Rwanda has the highest percentage of female parliamentary, that's 61, and Micronesia has the lowest at 0%. In the first of Madhya Pradesh, Sanjana Singh, 36, a transgender person, recently took over the responsibility as the Person Secretary to the Director of Social Justice and Disabled Person Welfare in the state. Yonex All England Open Badminton Championship 2019 was Arena Birmingham, England. That's where it was held. Men's single Kento Momota and women's single Chef Yufei. Indian Institute of Technology Kharagpur is all set to ramp up its research and development activities with the acquisition of 1.3 petaflop high power computing facility and data center under NSM, that's National Supercomputing Mission. Let's move to the next. World Consumer Rights Day is observed on what day of March? Which global health, wealth and career consulting firm has announced the appointment of Arvind Ladda as its CEO for Indian operation? Supreme Court appointed senior advocate name who is assisting the apex court as an amicus curiae in the BCCI matter. How many Indian cricketers are included in this year's ESPN World Fame 100 list under top 10? According to the Engineering Export Promotion Council, India can achieve a threefold aspirational increase in its engineering export to reach how many US dollar in terms by 2025? Let's look at the answers. World Consumer Rights Day is celebrated on March 15th. Global health, wealth and career consulting firm Mercer has announced the appointment of Arvind Ladda as its Chief Executive Officer. Supreme Court appointed senior advocate P.S. Narasimha, who is assisting the apex court as an amicus curiae in the BCCI matter as the mediator for resolving various disputes related to cricket administration in the country. This year ESPN World Fame 100 list placed the Portuguese footballer Cristiano Ronaldo at the top spot. In the list here, Kohli has bagged the 7th position as the only Indian in the athlete in the top 10. Dhoni is placed at 13th. India can achieve threefold aspirational increase in its engineering export to reach US $200 billion by 2025 if concerted efforts are made by government and industry to develop a conducive ecosystem. Which banks have been named as domestic systemically important bank? Who is the new chairman of LIC? Which bank is going to acquire Group Finance? Who is appointed as the next ambassador of India to Republic of Uzbekistan? Where was the first BRIC Sherpa meeting held? Let's look at the answers here. RBI has named State Bank of India, ICICI Bank and HDFC Bank as DSIB, that's Domestic Systemically Important Bank, which in other words mean that the bank are too big to fail. Bank whose asset exceeds 2% of the GDP are considered part of this group. The government appointed M.R. Kumar as the chairman of Life Insurance Corporation and Vipin Anand and T.C. Sushil Kumar as the managing directors. Okay, LIC board comprises 1 chairman and 4 managing directors. Bandhan Bank is received its no objection certificate from RBI for the proposed acquisition of Group Finance. Santosh Jha, presently Deputy Chief of the Mission Embassy of India, Washington, has been appointed next Ambassador of India to Republic of Uzbekistan. The first BRIC Sherpa meeting under the presidency of Brazil concluded at Curitiba in Brazil. The 4th session of United Nations Environment Assembly (UNEA) was held where? Name the cyclone that hit Zimbabwe. Name the app that is launched by Election Commission of India for the first time to help poll observers submit their report. Recently, researchers from which eminent institute have developed a novel solar-powered harvesting system that absorbs moisture from air and converts it into clean usable water, and who is appointed as the next ambassador of India to Republic of Fiji? Here are your answers. India piloted resolution on 2 important global environment issues relating to single-use plastic and sustainable nitrogen management at the 4th session of United Nations Environment Assembly, which was held in Nairobi, capital of Kenya. The cyclone that hit Mozambique, Malawi and also hit Zimbabwe was Cyclone Idai. The name of the app by the Election Commission is Observer App for the observers. It is from the University of Texas at Austin, US. who are claimed to have done this breakthrough of absorbing water from the air. Miss Padmaja recently has been sent as the next High Commissioner of India to the Republic of Fiji. Which are the top 3 Indian brands of 2019 as per Interbrand of Omnicon Media Group? Who is the recipient of the Nari Shakti Puraskar? Who is the winner of Business Line Change Maker of the Year award? With which IIT has the ISRO signed MOU to set up an ISRO IIT Space Technology Cell? With which e-sport gaming firm BCCI has partnered for the IPL? Let's look at the answers here. Tata, Reliance and Airtel emerged as the top 3 Indian brand of 2019 according to report published by Interbrand. Renowned Kathak dancer Seema Mehta has been conferred Nari Shakti Puraskar. Union Finance Minister Arun Jaitley accepted Business Line Changemaker of the Year award for implementation of GST Council from former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh. IIT Roorkee has signed MOU with ISRO to set up ISRO IIT Space Technology Cell. BCCI has announced Dream 11 as the official partner of IPL. Let's move to the next. Who is the recipient of the Hans Kilian Award 2019? Lydian Nadhswaram, a 13-year-old boy, is what? Who is the winner of Bombay Gold Cup Hockey? Kaladan Multimodal Transit Transport Project is connecting India with which country? The 3rd edition of Namaste Thailand Festival was organized where? Let's look at the answers here. Renowned social psychologist Ashish Nandi has been chosen as the recipient of the Hans Kilian Award for 2019. A.R. Rahman mentor Lydian Nadhswaram, a 13-year-old musical prodigy, won $1 million on US-based show The World's Best. Lydian gave a splendid performance. He played 2 pianos at a time at an impeccable speed, blindfolded. Indian Oil retained their Bombay Gold Cup hockey crown after fighting back from the brink to overcome Punjab and Sindh Bank. India entered into framework agreement with Myanmar in April 2008 to facilitate implementation of Kaladan Multimodal Transport Project. Aimed at strengthening bilateral ties and increasing cultural exchange between India and Thailand, the 3rd edition of Namaste Thailand Festival was organized in New Delhi. Let's look at the next. Manohar Parrikar served as the Defense Minister of India how many times? Name the 2nd Indian woman golfer to win on the Ladies European Tour. Name the first Indian athlete to qualify for the year's Tokyo Olympic. Which IIT is going to adopt Amazon Web Services Educate program to help students gain cloud computing skill, including hands-on experience in artificial intelligence? Recently, which Indian state confirmed case of West Nile virus? Let's look at the answers. We are talking about 4th time CM of Goa, Manohar Parrikar. He was just only once he has served as Union Defense Minister. That was from November 14 till March 2017. Diksha Dagar became the only 2nd Indian woman golfer to win the Ladies European Tour after pipping Lee Ann Pace by 1 shot at the South African Open in Cape Town. Earlier, Aditi Ashok, name you would have also heard, who had won in 2016. National record holder KT Irfan became the first Indian from athletics to qualify for the next year's Olympic while finishing 4th in 20-kilometer event of the Asian Race Walking Championship in Naomi, Japan. IIT Kharagpur will adopt Amazon Web Service Educate program to help students gain cloud computing skill, including hands-on experience in artificial intelligence. West Nile virus is a disease which spread from bird to human with bite of an infected Quebec mosquito. The symptoms include cold, fever, body ache, fatigue, and nausea, with complication leading to meningitis and death. A 7-year-old boy in Kerala, Malappuram district, has been tested positive. Who will head the National Mission on Transformative Mobility and Battery Storage? Which company has faced a fine of 5 crore as polluters pay for its expansion power plant in Udupi district in Karnataka? Lombok tourist island that encountered earthquake recently is where, in order to promote health among students of school, CBSE will start health and physical education period from class which to which from April 19 session. the bomb cyclone drifted through which place? Let's look at the answer. Niti Aayog CEO Amitabh Kant will head the national mission on transformative mobility and battery storage. Adani was fined by NGT a 5 crore fine as a polluter pay principle under Section 20 of National Green Tribunal Act 2010. At least 2 people have been killed after a moderately strong earthquake hit Indonesia's Lombok tourist island. That's in Indonesia. Students from class 1 to 8 in CBSE affiliated school will now have a period on health and physical education on a daily basis from this academic session. Historic flood hit Nebraska, USA following a bomb cyclone that struck the region earlier this week. What is ivermectin? Daryl De Monte, who died at the age of 76, was what? Where was two-day National Convention cum Reunion of War-Decorated India organized? Who will be honored with Vyas Samman 2018 by KK Birla Foundation? And Kamalpreet Kaur is associated with which sports? Let's look at the answer. Ivermectin is a mosquito-killing drug. Daryl De Monte was senior journalist, columnist, and environment crusader. The two-day National Convention cum Reunion of War-Decorated India was held at Panchkula, Haryana. Hindi writer Leeladhar Jagudi will be honored with the Vyas Samman 2018. And finally, Kamalpreet Kaur is associated with discus throw event. So with that, we come to an end of this week's GAinful. I'll again see you very soon with the next week. Thank you very much.